In Dead by Daylight, there's one building that spawns on a majority of maps that if you learn how to loop it effectively, it can make a world of difference by buying time for your team and stall a killer, and that would be the Killer Shack. As this building is on a majority of maps in the game, it's best to learn how to loop it. There's a right way to loop it and a wrong way to loop. However, you can't guarantee you will always be able to loop it the right way, as killers tend to mind game the Killer Shack, making it more difficult to loop. As killers have the ability to mind game the shack on the outside or inside, it's a great idea to learn how to effectively loop it efficiently the inefficient way and efficiently the efficient way. Hope that didn't confuse you, or let's get into it to make you a Shack Master Looper. Killer Shack has one window and one pallet. Looping Killer Shack the efficient and easy way means you're able to run directly to the window and vault it 3 times, blocking it by the entity with no issues and worries of the killer mind gaming the shack window and you being able to run directly to the pallet, throw it, and making the killer break it, removing their bloodlust gain and allowing you to gain some distance. This is a lot easier said than done, as most killers will mind game shack, forcing you to loop shack the inefficient way, so we'll focus more on the inefficient way of looping it. Looping shack inefficiently starts from when the killer either vaults the window from the outside in or starts inside the killer shack as you start at the non-pallet side. This spot at the door is the best spot to allow yourself view of all angles that the killer could come from, including the window, the pallet side, or the outside on the left. As we see the killer vaulting, we will run back to the left from where we came, but taking it wide to ensure we can see if the killer is following us and allow ourselves to get the fast vault, netting us the most distance possible without the loss of momentum. After we take the vault, the killer swings, as most killers panic expecting a medium vault instead of a fast vault, as if it were a medium vault, you have a high chance of getting hit. However, we minimize this by securing our fast vault by taking it more wide on the outside. Sometimes, even looping the side of shack with no window can be a good idea if you're sure you have enough distance over the killer, such as them vaulting the window to inside shack as you are on the pallet side of shack, as you can see through the covered windows of most shacks to keep an eye on the killer and know which direction they are going. This is especially true if you are confident and against the projectile killer like Huntress or even Plague. There are times where you are forced to play the window from the pallet side instead, and the killer mind games it, expecting you to vault. This is more risky as the likelihood of you getting hit this way is super high compared to all others, so it's not recommended. But if the mind game is won by you, you can reap the benefits of it tremendously. When it comes down to it, looping shack requires attentiveness, mind games, and knowing the distance you have on the killer to make the correct choice. You'll never be perfect, but practice can help you to become a master looper over time. There are a lot of more advanced things about shack that can be named, but I'll save that for another time. Until next time, stay safe in the fog.